Well, good morning, everyone. Don Cramer with the Cramer Group at Urban Nest Realty. It is Wednesday. It's time for our weekly recap. Sorry we missed you last couple of weeks. You know, the holiday and recovering from turkey time and all. We had to count all those calories. Now we're back this week counting the number of houses in Las Vegas Valley that are currently on the market. If this is your first time checking in on the video, let us know you're here by hitting the like button. Love to know that you're here. If you have any comments about the Las Vegas housing market or questions about it, put it in the comment section as well. And if you're tuning in on a later showing of this and like what you're seeing on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. So we appreciate you being here today. So we're going to go over the stats here, kind of catching up the last couple of weeks, but we've got an interesting trend line that has now emerged. So let's take a look and see where we're at. Now, going into this week of December 6th, we had total listings available, of single-family homes of 3,965 properties. Of those, 3,916 are traditional sales, 29 short sales, and 20 foreclosures. And as you can see from the week prior, we're down just over 5%. In traditional sales overall and all listings, as well as total listings down 5% as well. So again, 5 to 5.3% as you can see there. Now, we're also down a little bit week over week with regards to under contracts, but as you can see, they are outpacing listings. So under contracts, we have 4,082 properties under contract, with 3,973 being traditional sales, 87 being short sales, and 22 being foreclosures. Back on market numbers, we have 169 properties and price decreases being 347. Now, also note the median sold price is up again slightly for the month of November, now closed out. We are now median sold price up to $345,000. So pricing still remains robust. And as you can see now, we are starting to have more properties in escrow than we are for sale. And that's going a couple of weeks into now. And that is the first time since pre-pandemic, pre-COVID. And that was the week prior to COVID locking down the city back in early to mid-March, when we last saw that situation happen. So if we take a look at the week over week numbers, we can see what the changes are. So we're going down a little bit in overall volume. As you can see, we have 559 new listings. And that's sort of the number we've been starting to see from mid-November to just the week of the holidays, or week of Thanksgiving. And then as you can see under contracts, both show and no show, 928 properties. So we are still seeing that pacing where we're still seeing more homes going into contract than we are new listings. However, the total numbers are down a bit from where we were seeing that peak through the summer into the fall, right up until about the week before Thanksgiving. And I think we're going to continue to see this number sort of hover around or kind of reduce down as we get through the holiday season, because the holiday season, starting Thanksgiving through December into the first part of the new year, is always sort of a low point as far as total number of listings and sales go. It doesn't necessarily mean that's not a good time to sell. In fact, this is a great opportunity to sell because we are needing more home. We need more homes out there than we actually have supply for. And then, so if we kind of take a look at those numbers, again, new listings, 559, back on markets, 169, price decreases are down as well to 347. The under contracts there at 928, and sold over the last 7 days, 825 properties. So again, trend lines are still, the ratios are still kind of showing the same, where we're putting not as many homes on the market as we are into contract. However, just the total numbers are lower than they were just a few weeks ago. And again, that's probably mostly due to the holidays. Now, we can also pop over here to the overall trend lines here, and as you can see that the green lines here, which were active listings, from the period of early August through to about late October, we were in that upper 4,000 to low 5,000 range of listings, but we've been on a steady decline. And that has reached a point where back just after the 23rd of August, where we passed the point where we actually, as you can see now, a couple weeks in a row where we have more under contract than active homes for sale. And as I like to joke about, that is what we call crossing the streams. And kind of dating myself here, don't know if you remember Ghostbusters, but when they said, hey, what's up with crossing the streams? And they say that's bad. Well, I like to kind of make that little reference now and again because, we like to have more houses available for sale than we do under contract, because that gives us a variety of properties for buyers to see while maintaining a good, robust pricing level. So right now, like I said, this is a great time if you are looking to sell, to think about that even before the first of the new year. I know there's a lot of people have had conversations with regards to first of new year because they're waiting for some changes, things of that nature. Well, that's usually always the pent up holiday wait, and we always see that after on week 2 or 3 of January. That's when the flood of houses start coming back on the market again, or flowing back in. So this is a great time to consider getting ahead of that by 2 to 3 weeks, getting your property into escrow and getting it sold at top dollar. So if you are thinking about that here in Las Vegas from a sales standpoint, good for you. Now, as far as is this a good time to buy because there's not as many houses to go, we're going to go take a look at that by price point, because I think that's going to be interesting for you to know as to what price points may be a little more selective or advantageous, or how we have to plot our strategy a little differently than others. So if we look at the price point situation, so we start off in the 0 to 250,000 range. And as you can see there, we have 316 properties for sale, 398 under contract. These are single family homes. So these are the entry level properties, smaller units, things of that nature. So we are we're outpacing demand there a little bit. Then we move into the core market. That's at 250 to 500,000. As we talked about, the median home price is 345, so it's sitting kind of right about in the middle there. You got 2,245 homes for sale, and you have 2,920 under contract. So anything that's going into that price range now is moving extremely quickly. So if we are looking to buy in that segment, we just have to have our antennas up, be on the lookout, get our alerts together. And while, there's buyers that are looking at some of the online tools, not all online tools show what's all on the market. So that's why working with an agent, working the MLS, working some different strategies, because we do have some different strategies as to be able to find that house that's in that 250 to 500,000 segment, because as you can see, that's that one that moves at rapid pace here in the Valley. Now, moving on up into the 500,000 to 750 segment, as you can see, demand is getting pretty strong there, because we have 605 listings available, but we have 479 under contract. So that's almost 4/5 of total supply there. Then in the $750 to $1 million price segment, you have 263 listings with 140 available for sale. 263 listings with 140 under contract. In the 1 million to 2 million range, 244 listings with 103 under contract. And then properties over $2 million, 168 listings with 54 under contract. So while this is what we would generally call a seller's market, there are definitely more buyer opportunities at the higher price point levels than there are at the entries. in the entry price point and the core pricing segments. Those are the ones that there are houses still coming on the market. We just have to, be alert and ready to move. So if you are in a buyer in that situation and want to purchase, definitely make sure we have a buyer consultation already in place. We've already met with the lender, gotten the pre-qualification out of the way, got the financing plan in place. So that way, that right home comes on the market, you can move quickly because those houses are going to see multiple demands come on. So getting the homework done, getting all that pre-work done, very important. And then, again, that's 500 to 750 segment. That's we're kind of pushing into the mid-luxury area. That's a very, very popular space there with 479 under contract versus 605 listings available. And then, like I said, as we move up a little bit in the price ranges, you definitely have a little more variety to choose from a pricing standpoint. Although, we're still seeing very, very good pricing. Sellers are still seeing a very good return on their purchases. And again, that's also coupled by the buyers are able to buy and obtain mortgages at a historically low rate. We're still seeing mortgages 30-year fixed, well into the upper twos, and the 15-year, sort of in that 2.5 to upper 2 range as well, depending on the type of mortgage and amount. So that's this week's weekly recap. If you have any questions or would like to set up a buyer's consultation to purchase a property here in Las Vegas, or would like to set up a seller's consultation and review, Colleen, my partner, and I would love to be able to sit down with you over Zoom, over Facebook, or socially distanced, and go through those, because that way you are armed with the information and knowledge you need to implement the best plan you have to meet your housing and property goals and get you into the place that you want to love going forward. So again, on behalf of my partner, Colleen Schaefer, I'm Don Cramer with the Cramer Group at Urban Nest Realty. Cheers to you for tuning into today's Coffee with Cramer, because more now than ever, your real estate experience matters. Have a wonderful day. Till next time, take care. Bye-bye.